You did it, Baldy!
What's up, guys? In the main event, Robert Whittaker, Khamzat Chimaev.
You did it, Baldy! So, UFC Saudi is announced finally. Initially, it was supposed to happen a while ago, and then it ended up just being a regular fight night at the Apex because the card wasn't good enough. But now we finally get some official fight announcements for this fight card. Now, it's interesting because I've seen a lot of people, including myself, super hyped about what we have so far for UFC Saudi. But I've also seen people be like, look, we should be getting fight nights like this. Like, this is fight night caliber, and this should be the standard for fight nights. Not just a Saudi card where they're dumping millions of dollars into this. Now you're going to make a really good card. Now, I do understand that, but at the same time, that's not stopping me from getting super hyped to see Whittaker versus Khamzat. It's a banger, and when we get bangers, we should celebrate the banger no matter what. It's a highly anticipated, top-of-the-line matchup with two guys who are extremely popular. That's a great matchup, and everyone's excited, and it's all great, but there is one caveat as well. For Strickland, this announcement isn't so good because this probably means he's further from the title shot than he probably should be and wants to be. But the second part of that is, it is very likely we see Strickland versus Costa, which is a fantastic matchup. I did want to see Costa versus Khamzat because of the beef that they had in the back and forth and how long that thing has been going on. But that being said, it could definitely still happen down the line. And Whittaker Khamzat is a much higher stakes fight. So going into the matchup, first for Khamzat, this is his first real test at middleweight. Usman was obviously coming off short notice. He's not a real middleweight, to be honest. He looked good, but at the end of the day, it's not a real top-line middleweight. Whittaker, on the other hand, is one of the best and time-tested fighters in the middleweight division. This is not just some stepping stone for Khamzat. This is a real tough fight. And it seems like the biggest key for Khamzat is the first two rounds, especially the first round. Is he going to overwhelm Whittaker? Can he get an early finish, either by submission or with his power by knockout? And the reason for that is just looking at Khamzat's recent fights, and especially with top-level guys like Burns and Usman. As the fight went on, Khamzat did seem to start to dwindle as the fight progressed, and that seems possibly to be a pattern with Khamzat. So can Khamzat stay dangerous and sharp in rounds 3, 4, and 5? And based on what we've seen, that is going to be a big problem for Khamzat. And based on what we've seen, not only is he less sharp, less dangerous, he's arguably sloppy in those later rounds, and there's a lot of opportunity for Whittaker to put on some real damage and hurt Khamzat. So can Khamzat adjust and still be sharp through a 5-round fight, or is he going to continue this pattern? And now looking at Whittaker, he obviously knows those early rounds are going to be tough for him, especially with the takedowns. We saw with DDP, he was able to control him and land some damage. Whittaker has shown great takedown defense and the ability to control the fight, but with Khamzat's explosiveness, especially early on, is he going to be able to handle those first 2 rounds, especially the first one? Nobody was taking down Usman until that Khamzat fight, and he did it with ease. But again, explosiveness first round, and he wasn't able to do it later on. The second aspect for Whittaker is, can he weather the storm if he gets clipped by Khamzat? Khamzat has dangerous power, and we saw with DDP, he was able to finish Whittaker, and then even against Costa, Costa hurt him bad, and if it wasn't for the time running out, you could argue Costa was on his way to finishing Whittaker there. And although Whittaker was able to recover from Costa, that was in between rounds. If Khamzat clips him early and there's still time left, is he going to be able to recover while in the fight against Khamzat, or is he going to get finished? But that being said, if the fight can stay on the feet and the fight goes past 1 to 2 rounds, Whittaker has a massive advantage over Khamzat and can pick him apart bad. Whittaker is way more technical, and if it goes the full 5 rounds, and for a majority of the fight it's on the feet, Whittaker has it. But that's the main question. Will this fight go 5 rounds? And for a majority of the fight, where's it going to take place? There's a lot at stake for both guys. Khamzat hasn't really got that first real middleweight win. And Whittaker, he could lose his title aspirations, and probably will if he loses to Khamzat. Then we go to Pavlovich versus Volkov, and it's funny because the biggest takeaway from this fight isn't even between the two fighters. It's about Cyril Gane. This is furthering the narrative that people have with Gane, which is that he's ducking. People are making memes that he's just ducking the top prospects in heavyweight, and he just is going to fight Tybura. And obviously, I've heard that Gane, declined the fight with Pavlovich at first, and also declined an Aspinall fight before. But I don't know. I don't want to say that Gane is ducking, but it hasn't been the best look for him. But that being said, who knows? Maybe they are going to make Aspinall versus Gane or something like that. The talk is that he just wants easy fights to jump into an interim or title fight. And for me, I'm still waiting because he could fight Aspinall next for the interim belt. I could definitely see that happening. Gaslam D-Rod is a fun matchup. Then we have Johnny Walker. He's always a fun time. Let's see if he gets back into the win column. And then we have Shara Bullet, super highly anticipated. He's fun to watch. Can he continue this winning streak undefeated? Let's see what he's really made of as we see him progress in this UFC career. So right now, the card itself seems really solid, and obviously the top fight is incredible. This is what we want from this card. Let's see how the rest of the card plays out, and let me know what you guys think about the card, the main event, what you think is going to happen, and etc. Let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.